A good plot twist should enrich a story instead of distracting from it. There's a reason the twists in Memento, The Usual Suspects, or Seven are so shocking, because we're invested in the plot and characters, and the reveal shakes their world and ours. But sometimes twists don't work. Sometimes twists are stupid. Sometimes twists wreck their films. As such, I'm Ben from What Culture, and here are the 10 dumbest movie plot twists of 2016. For God's sake, of course there will be spoilers. Number 10. Brotherly Love, Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur seemed almost destined to be completely naff. The trailers were naff, it had naff star power, and it was hard to see who it was really geared towards. Probably naff people. The middling final result failed to make any kind of dent at the box office, as among its many issues, even the chariot race was naff. The film bolts on a last-minute twist by having Ben-Hur and Messala, adoptive brothers who grew to become vengeful rivals, kiss and make up. They don't actually kiss. This twist wasn't in any other adaptation of the story, and due to Messala being nothing but a petty, hateful douche throughout, it feels completely unearned and a little sickening. Number 9. Dr. Okun is still alive. Independence Day Resurgence. Independence Day Resurgence was rubbish. The new heroes were rubbish, the plot was rubbish, and it just lacks the sense of fun the original had in spades. While Will Smith wisely bailed out in favor of Suicide Squad, the film tried to bring back every member of the cast it could. This includes, for no logical reason, Brent Spiner as Dr. Okun. Okun was a minor player in the original who quite clearly died after an alien used him as a puppet. Not so, claims the sequel, revealing the good doctor was actually put into a 20-year coma instead. What a load of eye-rolling nonsense. Number 8. Time Looping. Blair Witch. Since Blair Witch came from the writer-director duo who brought us You're Next and The Guest, it seemed like it might be a worthy successor to the first movie. But no, it's fairly average stuff. Its biggest mistake is copying the original structure, and while it does add some new elements to the mythology, none of them are worth watching the movie for. One of these new elements is the witch's time-looping ability, which is revealed at the end. This ability might have actually been rather spoopy with the right execution, but the movie sadly fumbles the potential and uses it as a convenient plot device to explain how the whole story is an endless loop. It even goes a step further by implying the witch is some kind of alien, but thankfully, it stops short of confirming that. Number 7. We're all pals here. Now You See Me 2. Now You See Me is a series built on stupid twists, and one might presume it had reached its peak stupid in the original when it was revealed that Mark Ruffalo's dogged FBI agent was actually the fifth Horseman. What? Somehow, Now You See Me 2 had to up the ante. The sequel reveals that Morgan Freeman's smarmy magic debunker, who caused the death of Ruffalo's magician father, is actually a senior member of the Eye, a mythical group of super magicians! Turns out Ruffalo's revenge mission in the original was for naught too. Freeman and his dad were part of a double act, and he was as upset as anybody about the death. This twist completely rewrites the entire point of the original, meaning it now makes no sense. Number 6. Reacher's Not the Father. Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tom Cruise Punches People and Speaks in Trailer Lines, the movie, the film, the movie. The book. The plot of Never Go Back has Reacher trying to clear the name of a friend while also trying to work out if he's the father of a precocious teen girl. Adding a sassy young sidekick to a franchise is never a good sign, but at least she manages to remain the right side of likable. Yet in the end, it turns out this subplot was for nothing, as it's revealed she's not his offspring after all. If she had been, it might have added some depth to Reacher's one-dimensional Superman character, but the story takes the easy way out and reveals the whole thing was a giant waste of time. Thanks for coming. Number 5. Fake Memories. The Girl on the Train. Here comes Emily Blunt, that actress who's simultaneously badass, upset, and utterly bewildered in every one of her roles. The Girl on the Train's story throws a few twists at the viewer and leaves Blunt's trustworthiness in question, since she's prone to violence when she gets blackout drunk. The thrust of the story is that she's accused of killing a woman her ex-husband had an affair with, but it's revealed her evil ex made her believe she was violent when drunk. This gave her false memories of events, and he actually killed his mistress in anger when she fell pregnant. The reveal here is so convoluted and badly handled it comes across as laughable instead of shocking, and requires way too many lapses in logic to work. Number 4. Dr. Brooks is the real villain. Inferno. Da Vinci Code nonsense time now, chaps, as Inferno features the same old claptrap as the last two, with nonsensical twists and little in the way of actual thrills. It puts the cherry on top of the stupidity cake at the end of the second act, where it's revealed Felicity Jones's boring sidekick is actually the true villain and has been using Hanks to find a doomsday blah 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 blah. The reveal raises more questions than it answers, and we don't care enough about her to be upset by the betrayal. Still, the weak reception to Inferno should ensure we don't get another one, eh? Good. Number 3. The evil nun is behind everything. The Conjuring 2. The Conjuring 2 works much better than it should, mainly thanks to director James Wan's deft handling of the horror elements. He's a master at building tension and paying off scares in creative ways, and despite the surprisingly long 2 hours plus runtime, it's never dull. It doesn't break any ground in the art of storytelling, though, and the twist regarding the true nature of the haunting is needlessly complex. It turns out the ghost of the old man is just a pawn, and the real villain is the evil nun the heroes met in Amityville. She's been chasing them since they performed a seance there, and lured them into a trap by using this haunting as bait. Or something. Who knows? I don't. Number 2. Graves was Grindelwald the whole time. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Johnny Depp's inclusion in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them feels like a last-minute choice, with the actor's appearance being heavily promoted just before the release date. It feels odd they would choose Depp to portray the dark wizard Grindelwald, though, since the actor has been on a near-record number of box office bombs, and any hope he might bring his A-game is quickly dashed with his surprise cameo where it's revealed Colin Farrell's Graves is actually Grindelwald in disguise. Farrell's charismatic turn gives way to Depp hamming it all the way up like he always does. I suppose you could call him a shit nemesis for Dumbledore for whackers. Hashtag shit nemesis for Dumbledore for whackers. Number 1. Suicide is the answer. Lights Out. Never a sentence you want to hear out loud. Lights Out is one of the rare mainstream movies to deal with depression, which the main character's mother, Sophie, suffers from. It even links the evil ghost with Sophie's depression, creating an ending with an unfortunate message. So it turns out the ghost is a former friend of Sophie who had an aversion to light. She later died and her evil spirit attached itself to Sophie. Sophie comes to realize her children will never be safe with a light-dodging demon hanging around, so she shoots herself to rid them of her curse. This happy ending carries the not-so-happy subtext that if someone with depression kills themselves, it will free their loved ones. It's a mighty f***ing stupid message to end a film on, and the director, who has suffered depression in the past, promises the eventual sequel will underline Sophie's decision caused even more pain and heartache, which is good in a really awful way. And that's our list. Are there any silly twists we missed off? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can even follow me here on Twitter if you fancy. I'm Ben from What Culture, and thanks for watching.